Hi, this is Julie at Love's Beginning with a message called The Ever-Present Glow. There's one thing to look upon in any situation. In this lifetime you are here to train yourself to look upon only this one thing, no matter what is happening. This is your part. You are learning to emerge from constant distraction. The perception of illusions has your attention moving from here to there. You control where your attention goes. So this emerging out of distraction is part of what you must accomplish. On your way, though, you are always surrounded by help. Look upon what is glowing. In any situation, something is glowing, and that something is always under the surface. You have trained yourself to watch surfaces, to react to surfaces, to evaluate surfaces, to judge surfaces. You allow yourself to be relatively happy when the surface meets with your approval, and you plunge into despair if the surface displeases you. This is all training. All training can be undone. You have trained yourself to use an illusionary physical eye to tell you what is happening, to tell you about all the qualities of the characters, to form a basis for recalling the past and anticipating a future. The ever-present glow comes from your mind's eye. You may actually see it physically at times, but it is not necessary. Far more important is your awareness that the glow is always there, no matter how it comes to you. Far more important is your willingness to put your attention on the glow in all circumstances, to allow it to ease your way and to comfort you. Remember that everything you seem to experience can be used on the path to awakening, so nothing is wrong. The ego will jump to call many things wrong. Remember, however, that you cannot call an action wrong without condemning a divine sibling. If you are busy condemning a divine sibling, you are unable to see the usefulness and helpfulness of the situation in terms of awakening. If you condemn anyone, you cut off the glow. Some would say that yes, you can say an action is wrong, as long as you remain aware of the inner purity of all who walk along with you. Look closely, however. If you say an action is wrong, you make everyone potentially victim to it. You support the idea of fear of this action happening again. You support a future focus. If you say an action is wrong, you take the savior role away from a divine sibling, and all of your siblings are saviors. If you say an action is wrong, you say that suffering and death are real, but you are here to awaken from that. We ask you to awaken into the usefulness of actions that feel wrong. Remember that you needed actors to show up on stage in the role of relatively guilty, so you could reach for the weak satisfaction of a fake innocence by comparison. This is why you came here, to play roles of opposites and to find identity in them. There is no innocence unless it belongs equally to all, and we assure you that there is innocence. So if actors show up on stage who seem blameworthy, this is your opportunity to suspend the blame game once and for all. You played this game in order to experience suffering and death, two impossible things only possible in an illusion. When you stop playing the game, you begin to see that everyone is here to help you wake up from it. Everyone without exception. If their role brings joy to your heart, they are reminding you of your shared identity. If their role brings anger, terror, or irritation, they are showing you how you are still attached to separation perception. You can feel it. When you feel it, you can find your willingness to relax out of it. One mind touches all minds. When one mind relaxes out of the perception of wrongdoing, focusing instead on the invitation for healing in every situation, on the ever-present glow that can be seen in everyone and everything, all minds have an easier time relaxing out of the game. The hatred they seem to feel out there is a clear reflection of the hatred, the pushing away perception quality of perception, you must employ to keep the game running. The hatred is always yours. because the hatred, again, just the pushing away function, that which keeps things seeming separate from one another, is an essential ingredient of the game of illusion you are playing. When another demonstrates to you so clearly how you hang on to the ability to perceive everything as separate, they deserve your thanks. When you can thank the innocence that is glowing in all others, no matter what their roles, you can see the innocence glowing within yourself. When you can see your own innocence clearly, you have no need to call actors on stage to act out extremes for you. The only thing you need to do is to notice when you are clamped down upon an upsetting perception. When you are clamped down like this, you are stating your commitment to continuing the game of suffering and death. As you wake up to what you are doing with your mind, you will very naturally relax out of it because you want to be happy. When you release out of a distressing perception by turning your attention to the glow that is always there beneath the surface of every character and event, you allow the wheels of awakening for all to start rolling again. Clamp down, release. Clamp down, release. It is all very simple. And part of your awakening is to wake up to how very simple this all is. As you learn not to clamp down, you will not have to work so much on release. You will live in the flow of release, releasing all your divine siblings from roles of suffering so you can emerge from your own. And that is where happiness lives. We are by your side, always reminding you of the glow, always here to assist you in relaxing back into it. Thanks for listening.